everyone, thanks for being with me. I'm going to respond to a number of comments that have been made on my last post in relation to Kamala Harris winning in an astonishing fashion in the debate yesterday. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I think most of you just demonstrating how crazy you are. I've had a whole host of comments, some of them coming from just one person over and over again. Steve, whoever you are, get a life. That's all I can say. But I was interested in these quotes because they, apart from insulting me, which is fine, go for it, I don't care. And some of the language that you use is atrocious, and I probably should delete them, but I won't because I believe in transparency. You say what you need to say, I'll read it, and I'll comment on it later, perhaps. As I'm commenting on it now. One of the things that has fascinated me is that there have been so many people on the right who have identified, commented on Trump's performance as being abysmal. Even Piers Morgan, who loves Trump, who is a sycophant of Trump on the right-wing media, who is sponsored by, incidentally, Rupert Murdoch, is saying that Trump failed miserably on this debate. Now, Bill O'Reilly has come out and said that it was a terrible debate. Fox News commentators have come out and said that it was a terrible debate. So all of these right-wing people agree with me and will agree with many people on the left in relation to how Trump performed. But there are some people who cannot accept for one moment that Kamala Harris annihilated Trump. And it fascinates me that regardless of how badly someone does, you still have to stick up for them. Now, when I saw, and this is where the left kind of differ from the right, is that many on the left, and I put myself obviously in that category, when we see someone who fluffs it, who makes a mistake, who's abysmal, we will call them out. And I did the same when it came to Joe Biden's first and only debate with Trump. Biden was an embarrassment. I was admitting that from the outset, and I knew that at that particular point he had to go. It was obvious to many people on the left that this is the path that he had to take because he was so terrible, and that it wasn't going to win any votes at the end of the day. In fact, he was going to lose the election as a result of such a bad performance, and that he wasn't up to the task. Get all of that, see that. Now, why is it that the right wing can't accept the same about Trump? The left can accept it about Biden, and something was done about it. But when it comes to Trump, there are so many people, some crazy people that are baked in that they cannot see that the man has distinct deficiencies. Now, I'm not going to suggest for a moment that Harris is perfect, because she ain't. That there are some things that she could have done differently in this debate. There were different questions that could have been asked of her, as there could have been different questions asked of Trump. It didn't happen. In 1.5 hours, you can't get everything covered. Everything wasn't covered. Perhaps a second debate may be a good idea, so that some of those areas around Harris's history with Biden and what the Biden administration has done or has not done could be explored. Perhaps that is an opportunity for that to happen. Hopefully it will. Hopefully Harris will have more interviews, more confronting interviews that will help to explore her position around certain areas. I hope that happens. I also hope that someone can bloody well interview Trump in a way that is confronting of him. You know, the Swan interview, the Axios Swan interview, where is being hailed as one of the best interviews of our time, simply because the interviewer, Jonathan Swan, was able to confront Trump and show him, and had the receipts that contradicted many of the things that Trump had said, and Trump was caught out. Now, I think that both candidates need that, not just Harris. That Trump needs someone to be Trump goes along to friendly podcasters. He goes along to friendly interviewers, to the people that give him the soft questions. And as a result of that, he presents as, well, he talks crap to start with, but nevertheless is allowed to do that. Now, why can't we have an equal playing field where both sides are confronted by confronting and appropriate journalists? And the other issue that I think does concern me is that if you're on a sporting team and the sporting team blames the umpire continually for the fact that they lost a game, then they are poor sportsmen. They are people that know they lost the game fair and square, but simply need someone else to blame for that. And I predicted before this debate that they would blame the moderators for the outcome if they lost, and they did. If Trump had appeared different, if Trump had actually been a little bit more authoritative and been a little bit more coherent and had appeared to have won the debate, no one would have criticised the moderators at all. So we have a situation here where Harris clearly won. There is no disputing that, really. And the people on my in the comments section, and I invited people to talk about it, and I accept that because I made that invitation, people have. And good on you. I don't mind you making negative comments. I don't like using abusive language, though, as some person had tried to do. But I certainly do wonder about comments like, I love this one, if this guy says there's a Harris victory, yeah, right, who is the Australian? Calling Donald Trump the orange man. Are you a joke? Kamala Harris is a leftist woke danger to us all. No, she isn't. But, fair enough. Make the comment. Criticise me as much as you want, because I don't care. I'll look at your comments. So someone said, Tony, you must be up to your 10th booster. It's melted your brain. I suppose suggesting that perhaps I've had a number of injections in relation to COVID, which I have. And I'm very grateful for them. I've had COVID twice. And the second time wasn't as bad as the first, thank God, because of my boosters. So, yeah. And then he used a swear word to describe me. So, best on you, whoever defect man is. And some of the other comments, Kamala Harris looks stupid with lies. I mean, why can't you see that Trump, he lied continually? What's the story with these dogs being eaten and cats being eaten and this sort of stuff and babies being killed after their birth? This is just stupid rubbish that Trump is spouting. Everybody knows it. You people that give these stupid comments to me on my do it again, make some more comments, but at least make them rational. I don't mind people saying, okay, Trump failed in these areas. He could have been more explicit around certain issues, that she did bait him. And this is what everybody has said, without exception. You guys have made these comments, don't seem to understand this, don't seem to want to acknowledge it. You can accept that Trump stuffed it, that there were some things that could have been asked of Harris, I agree, and there are certain issues that Harris avoided as well, which could have been confronted. And there certainly were some things that she could have been fact-checked over as well, but the point was that the issues which Trump expressed that were outlandish needed to be fact-checked because they were just so damn stupid. And that you can't, people need to understand, I think, that you can't fact-check everything. That there are certain issues which are not that relevant, that are not that bizarre, that they need to be fact-checked. And in fact, if you went through and you fact-checked everything that everybody said, you'd wind up with a whole debate which was about arguments with the moderators over what was said, what should have been said, what was true, what was a lie. And that not every moderator can, realistically fact-check in real time, only when they know what their questions are and so on. So, but one of the other issues that did concern me was the fact that someone had posted a post back to me saying that Kamala Harris had all the questions. And that was on my Facebook page, actually. So how does someone know that one person had the questions over another? I don't believe that for a moment. Neither do most people. It's just a bizarre comment. So I invite you to continue to respond to my comments. Let me know what you think. Please do not use insulting language, because that's just unhelpful. But it's fair enough for me to say, and I guess a lot of people in America will find it insulting for me to say that I think that there's lots of you that are crazy. There are lots of people, I just want to qualify this, there are lots of people in Australia that I think are crazy as well, who sit on the right of politics, who don't seem to have a rational perspective at all. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Ring the bell for further notifications and keep the conversation going. But just try and be a little bit more rational and certainly a little bit more respectful. Thanks everybody for being with me. Take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.